Now I want to talk about the rhetoric, the spreading rhetoric to call a spade against the Igbo people. The internet is still active because a lot of Ghanaians, a lot of people from Ghana are still up in arms against or for the actions of an Igbo man who I understand was a businessman in Ghana, but who has chosen to call himself a king. I must concede that majority of what we are seeing, some amounting to hate speech even, have some justification. Just hate speech is never justified, but when people are angry that Igbos or an Igbo came into their country and began to call himself a king of the Igbos, I will be hard placed to say that they don't have justification, because no matter their motives, for an Igbo to call himself a king, to call himself a traditional ruler, to call himself an Igwe, demonstrates that that Igbo has left our culture completely. Our culture has no place for kingship. Even the Igbos that call themselves Anioma, that talk about monarchies, they do so because they have not really studied their history and their culture. If they know their history, they would know that they assimilated the tradition of having a caricature monarch. The identity of the Igbos, as for today, I don't know about the next 50 years, is centered around democracy, egalitarianism, equality. There is no place for anybody to be special above others. But this guy went to Ghana and began to call himself a king, and found some Igbos that would also treat him as a superior to themselves. And the Ghanaians were offended. And much of what most of them have said is reasonable, but still, some are hate speech. I'm now referring to the politician. One of his names is Hassan. He has demonstrated that he has issues with the Igbo people, not with that particular Igbo guy in mistake. Why? He has interfered in Nigeria. He has found a way to link up with, I'll call them what they are, Nigerian anti-Semites. He has found a way to link up with them and attack the Igbo people, not just the guy in Ghana. He is what? He's an anti-Semite. In Nigeria, he will be known more as an Igbo-phobe. If you want to know why I said he's anti-Semitic, you can look me up at Amazon or Barnes and Noble. Read about the Igbos from the books available there, and you will see why politician Hassan is inciting Igbos, because the politician is motivated by raw anti-Semitism. Ugly rhetoric is coming out from Cameroon now, and I'm not surprised. Just 2 days ago, the international community, through some college presidents in the US, took a decision that should have been taken over 50 years ago, that anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. There is something going on in the air. Anti-Semitism is in the air. We notice that Jews, I mean Israelis and the groups we call white Jews, that is the Sephardim, Mizrahi, and Ashkenazi, are attacked because they have more visibility in the world. We don't notice that the Igbos are attacked, and the Igbos don't know they are attacked because nobody is saying that they are attacked due to anti-Semitic reasons. but that is my job. It is my job to tell the full story. So I was not completely surprised when a Cameroonian, if he's actually a Cameroonian, if he's not a Nigerian pretending to be a Cameroonian, came out and began to lie against the Igbos. He said that because of the Igbos, his group left Nigeria. Most people are lazy now. They will buy into what this anti-Semite said because they will not investigate. When the part of Cameroon that was shun off Nigeria, or what shun off the part of the was shun off Nigeria, there was no Nigeria. The Igbos were not an independent entity. The Igbos do not have boundaries with his ethnicity. So how did the Igbos drive them out of Nigeria? I repeat what I said. The British and the French were in charge. And this bloody liar who claimed to be Cameroonian was saying that the Igbos drove them out of Nigeria. There was no Nigeria when they were pushed into Cameroon. Nigeria was not independent then. Igbos were not in charge. Igbos were part of those that were colonized. How did the Igbos drive this purveyor of hate, this anti-Semite, this inciter? Probably in his, if he's Cameroonian, probably in his region of Cameroon, the elites have failed. And the way to keep the masses quiet is to blame the Igbos. It is classical anti-Semitism. Before the Europeans managed to outgrow anti-Semitism to some extent, it is still, the Arabs drove out their Jews, so let's not talk about them. Let's concentrate on the Europeans. Before the Holocaust, societies fail, simply blame the Jews. So that's what's playing out. And but we should talk about it so that they would know that there are boundaries. Anti-Semitism was responsible for the Second World War. I mean, for the Holocaust, not the Second World War. It was anti-Semitism that cost the lives of 6 million innocent people. It was anti-Semitism that also cost the lives of 3 million Igbo people. So if you are inciting people against the Igbos, you should be put on notice that you are preparing people to kill Igbos. And sometimes the international community acts. There were warlords in Liberia who are serving life sentences in The Hague. There were warlords in former Yugoslavia who are serving life sentences in The Hague. So, those that are coming out and inciting people against the Igbos, they may not be lucky. The international community may come after them. The United States government, as much as I know, hates hate speech, hates anti-Semitism. You may be exposing yourself if you are coming out there and inciting the population, inciting people to hate the Igbo people. So, everybody should be on notice. All the best. Thank you.